The initial days after the successful genetic merging were a period of hope and celebration. News of the hybrid race spread quickly, igniting excitement and optimism among both humans and Andromedans. Kayla and Aldran worked tirelessly, overseeing the implementation of the new hybridization procedures and ensuring the well-being of their people. But as the days turned into weeks, a sense of unease began to creep into Kayla's mind. She noticed subtle changes in Aldran's behavior. He became more withdrawn, spending long hours in the communication chambers of the ship, conversing with his superiors in Andromeda. His once warm and open demeanor turned cold and distant. One night, unable to sleep, Kayla wandered through the silent corridors of the Andromedan vessel. Her footsteps echoed softly as she approached the communication chamber, the door slightly ajar. She hesitated, then peeked inside, her heart pounding with a mixture of curiosity and dread. Inside, Aldran stood before a holographic projection, his expression grim. The figure in the projection was an Andromedan elder, his features stern and unforgiving. "The humans are weak, Aldran." The elder's voice resonated through the chamber. "They will never accept our presence willingly. You must ensure their compliance." Kayla's breath caught in her throat. What was he saying? She strained to hear more, her mind racing. "I understand, Elder," Aldran replied, his voice devoid of the warmth Kayla had come to know. "But the hybridization process has given us a chance to coexist. We should continue with the plan." The elder's eyes narrowed. "Do not be swayed by your attachment to the human. Our mission is clear. Earth must become our new home, and we must dominate to ensure our survival. Use the hybridization process to our advantage, but do not forget our ultimate goal." Kayla felt a wave of nausea wash over her. She had trusted Aldran, believed in their shared vision of a peaceful coexistence. But now, the reality of his true intentions hit her like a tidal wave. She turned away, her mind reeling, and fled back to her quarters. The next morning, Kayla confronted Aldran, her heart heavy with betrayal. "Why didn't you tell me the truth?" she demanded, her voice trembling. "All this time, you were planning to use the hybridization process to dominate us?" Aldran's eyes were filled with regret, but his expression remained stoic. "Kayla, you must understand. Our people's survival is at stake. We had no choice." "You lied to me?" she shot back, tears streaming down her face. "I thought we were building a future together, but you were just using me." Aldran reached out, but Kayla stepped back, her heart breaking. "Please, Kayla, I never meant for it to be like this. My feelings for you are real, but I have a duty to my people." "Your duty," she spat, "has destroyed everything we worked for. How can I trust anything you say now?" The room fell silent, the weight of their shared pain hanging heavily in the air. Kayla turned away, her mind racing with the enormity of the betrayal. She had to act quickly, to find a way to protect humanity from the impending Andromedan takeover. Determined, she retreated to the old lab beneath the city, seeking solace in the familiar hum of the machines. She pored over the data, searching for a way to use the hybridization process against the Andromedans. If she could enhance the human traits within the hybrids, perhaps they could resist the Andromedan influence and retain their autonomy. As she worked, exhaustion and desperation clawed at her. She knew she was racing against time, the fate of humanity hanging by a thread. But she refused to give up. She would find a way to save her people, even if it meant sacrificing everything. Days turned into nights, and Kayla's progress was slow but steady. She discovered a sequence in the DNA strands that could be modified to strengthen human resilience. It was a risky procedure, one that could potentially harm both humans and hybrids, but she had no other choice. She reached out to the remaining human leaders, revealing Aldran's true intentions and her plan to counteract them. The news was met with shock and anger, but they rallied behind her, ready to fight for their survival. As the humans prepared for the modified hybridization process, Kayla knew she had to confront Aldran one last time. She couldn't let him continue his plan unchecked. With a heavy heart, she returned to the Andromedan ship, determined to face him. When she arrived, Aldran was waiting for her in the communication chamber. His eyes were filled with sorrow and regret, but Kayla's resolve remained firm. "Kayla, please," he began, but she cut him off. "It's too late for apologies, Aldran," she said, her voice steady. "I know the truth. I've modified the hybridization process to strengthen human resilience. Your plan to dominate us will fail." Aldran's expression turned to one of shock and sadness. "Kayla, I never wanted this. I wanted us to find a way to coexist, but my duty to my people." "Your duty blinded you," she interrupted, her voice breaking. "I loved you, Aldran, but now I have to protect my people, even if it means fighting you." Tears welled up in Aldran's eyes, and he reached out to her. "I still love you, Kayla, even now." Kayla stepped back, her heart shattering. "Love isn't enough anymore, Aldran. Not when it comes at the cost of my people's freedom." With that, she turned and walked away, leaving Aldran behind. She knew the path ahead would be difficult, but she was determined to see it through. The fate of two worlds rested on her shoulders, and she would not let them down. As the humans and hybrids rallied together, a new hope emerged. They would fight for their survival, for their future, and for the legacy of a love that transcended worlds. And though Kayla's heart ached with the loss of Aldran, she knew she had made the right choice. In the end, the story of Kayla and Aldran became a legend, a tale of love and betrayal, of sacrifice and redemption. Their legacy would echo across the stars, a reminder of the power of love and the strength of the human spirit.